I've been thinking about movies a lot and how they're not really doing so good right now. And it seems like I'm not the only person who's thinking about this too. Because there are a lot of people rather talking about it or making videos about how movies just aren't really that good. And that's usually really nice because it's nice to see a lot of people talk about something until one man who has long hair and only wear white t-shirts talk about it. And then you just know for a fact that you're just going to be called a copy until the end of time if you decide to bring up that topic. But hey, that's just how the world works. So yeah, movies. I'm pretty sure we have all seen it now or probably have heard of it, that currently right now movies are doing comically bad. Literally every time when you hear someone talk about a movie, it's rather that, wow, this was a complete blockbuster failure, this movie has underperformed, and it has literally been like this, I'll say ever since the beginning of this year. And every time when a movie does succeed, it's literally praised like an absolutely crazy event. And everyone is like, yo, this movie actually did good. And the people who made it is actually gonna make a profit. Let's go. Because most of the time movies are just flopping. And now more than ever, it has literally been the worst. You have so much big companies, or even if their movie isn't even that good, they will still make a lot of money from it, who are basically just failing. Like their movies are absolutely derailing. And not just a little one where you just fall off the tracks a little bit, but it can easily be fixed. No. So bad where you fall off the track, fall off a bridge, and just fall inside of the ocean. That's how bad it is. I'm pretty sure we have all seen Elemental, how that has just absolutely fell on his face and is currently making no money at all. So bad to the point where Pixar has been so desperate where they're trying to artificially make memes to get people to watch the movie. They're basically begging on their knees to please go inside and watch this movie, man. The Flash has been another movie that has basically been making no money. I mean, even though you have so much people talking about how amazing this movie is, no one just cares enough to go in and watch it. And even recently with the brand new DreamWorks movie, which was a movie that I ended up just hearing about right now, Ruby and the Teenage Kraken, this movie has probably had one of the most biggest failures that I have seen in an extremely long time. It only made $5 million on its opening. That basically means no one went to watch this movie. And that is something that's just absolutely insane to me. And a lot of people are wondering why. Why are movies failing? Why are just no one interested in this anymore? And this is extremely weird because everything else is basically succeeded. Like, what do you think about all other forms of media? Something like gaming is more successful than it basically ever have. So much people are playing video games, and this is something that you see anywhere, right? You have AAA companies who are literally making infinite sequels over and over again, and pumping games filled to the brim with microtransactions. I mean, it doesn't matter. They're making crazy money. And even if you go to the indie scenes where, you know, people who actually care about making video games and they actually put passion and effort into it, even they're making more money. And even if you go to something else like anime is something that's becoming more popular. Man, we're at the point where even something like Overwatch wants to go and make anime, which I'm 100% positive that it's probably not going to finish. It's most likely going to get canceled halfway through season 1 because it didn't really finish all the episodes and they need to release it later in like a brand new day 1 patch. Or maybe we may see the first ever anime that actually gets like a live patch. Like you're watching the anime and the animation is all messed up and the character doesn't have a face, and then you get interrupted halfway through like, sorry, you're gonna need to go and download the update where we actually go and finish the anime. I'm getting off topic. Movies are dying and people are wondering why, and I'm here to give a couple of ideas. So I think one obvious thing, it's something that you have probably seen a lot of people talking about, is just that watching a movie just isn't convenient anymore. It's pretty well known that basically everything in our life is becoming very convenient. If you want to go and play a video game, all you need to do is just go on your PC, go on your console, and there's tons of free-to-play games that you can go pick up and play, like Destiny 2, even though that's a terrible example of a free-to-play game. And even if you want to go and watch something like anime, all you really have to do is go and sit down and just watch an anime of your choice if it's on your streaming service. But either way, everything is becoming more convenient. But something that's not is easily being movies. Movies are not convenient because if you want to go and watch a brand new movie, you're going to need to get up, leave the house, which for someone like me, who's a professional at staying at their house, that's extremely hard, and then you're going to need to go to the movie theaters. And something that's even worse is that movies are getting really expensive. Tickets keep on going up in prices. I have no idea how I ended up talking about movie theaters being expensive, and I somehow completely forgot to talk about movie theater snacks. It is absolutely insane how much money they charge you for these. It is not overpriced. It is a tier above that. I have heard absolute horror stories of like people talking about it on Twitter and Reddit, that if you go with like a group of people, it could cost you around like $60 to $50 just so you can go and get like some snacks, which is absolutely insane. I heard that some places are like charging water bottles for like $6. And something that makes that really insulted is that most movie theaters popcorn is absolutely terrible, and I literally have no idea why it is just so disgusting. They rather put like too much butter on it, or they absolutely have no butter on it. And for some reason, most movie theaters, their popcorn just feel like fake. I can't describe it, but it's usually extremely bad. But let's say you don't want to go and like buy that or something, and you want to go buy like a candy bar or something, it's usually going to be crazy expensive. And then I know there's a lot of people who just say, well, just go into the movie theater without buying anything. Are you insane? Why would you go and do that? What's wrong with you? Part of the whole movie experience, which is just something that I just think is absolutely made up. That is just literally one reason why I just don't really care about to go and watch movies, unless the movie is like really, really good and it's something that I absolutely have to see. But even if that's the case, I'm usually one person who's 100% fine with just being patient and just waiting for it to go on a streaming service, and I'll just go and watch it then. Like, most movies usually aren't that excited where you need to get up and go and watch it immediately. So a lot of people just don't really see it worth it anymore. And it's not also expensive for you, the person who wants to watch a movie. It's also crazy expensive for people who are making movies too. I think it's pretty well known now, and this is something that you have seen everywhere, that stuff is just very expensive to make, especially new modern movies. They have absolutely crazy budgets, going around like $100 million, even $200 million. Movies are very expensive, and obviously if you spend hundreds and thousands and even millions of dollars to make something, you are going to want to make profit back. And let me just mention this now. If a movie is like $300 million to make, that's not even counting the marketing budget. So because of that, they're scared to make a brand new movie and scared to do something that no one else has ever done before, which is the main reason why all that stuff that comes out now are rather remakes or just sequels, because they are guaranteed to make a certain amount of money. But that seems to be something that's not really true anymore, as there are so much sequels that are coming out and so much reboots that are happening, and absolutely no one is watching it at all. And I also feel like that a lot of the audience members are really becoming smarter now, because again, since movies are so expensive, a lot of people only want to spend that much money to watch a movie that's actually really good, like Spider-Verse. And there's also one thing that I don't see a lot of people talking about, and that's easily that there's just way more better stuff that you can watch instead of just like going to a movie. Because let me give you an example. Let's say you go to the movie and it's absolutely terrible. Not only you wasted your money, you wasted your time, which is easily the most important thing you have. If you lose money, you can just go and make more. Unfortunately, none of us can go back in time, so that time that you wasted is just absolutely gone. You know what's something else that you could do? You could just go on YouTube and watch a Lure to the Moon video. And if you do that, you're 100% guaranteed to have an absolutely amazing experience. Actually, the video may be so good that you just suddenly have the urge to go and subscribe and like and comment. So I think you should go and do that. Yeah, you can just go and do that, and you'll probably have like a better experience than going to watch a movie. Or you can just go and watch like a Twitch streamer like XQC or something. And let's say if you just don't enjoy it, it's not really that big of a deal. All you can do is just leave and like watch like a VTuber or something. And that's something that you can do at the comfort of your home. It's extremely easy. You don't have to go and leave your house. So I'm pretty sure most people just rather do that than actually go and watch a movie. Anyway, this is just something I want to talk about. My name is Lua. You have a good day or night.